Angel Blaze writes, why hasn't there been any hint to Ultron in the latest Marvel movies? We got to know Loki before Avengers. Do you think the average moviegoer will actually care about this villain? After seeing all this year's Marvel films, it seems as though Thanos should have been the next villain. What up, yo?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Before the original Star Wars, there was no build-up to Darth Vader. Before the original, oh gosh. I was trying to think of the, why am I forgetting the name of this? Die Hard. Before the original Die Hard, there was no build-up to Hans Gruber. Right. Like, you just meet them and you go. And well, why was there no mention of Ultron? Because Ultron doesn't exist in those other films yet. And so you don't need build-up to a villain to have a great villain. You don't need it. If you do it and you have the ability to build up to him like they're doing with Thanos, that's great. But it's not a necessary thing to make it work. I think he's going to be, especially when you got the voice of James Spader doing this, I think this is going to be a chilling villain. What do you think, Mark?
I understand the fear, the apprehension that now it's going to be something like what happened with, we didn't know anything about Darth Vader and we got him for the original trilogy. We didn't know anything about Darth Maul and we got him for a movie and he was a cool villain and then we lost him. So I think that's what people are afraid of, is that if we're not sprinkling Ultron into these other movies, are we just going to get him for one big bonanza then he's done? Because Thanos has been sprinkled in. I'm not worried about this at all. I think with Loki, the main reason why we did know him is because they made a Thor standalone movie, and you got to know a little bit about that mythology. So you were forced to introduce him a little bit, whereas you're not as handcuffed with Ultron. So I actually like the fact that I'm going into this movie knowing very little about this villain.
And it's not like Loki was just some small side character that was alluded to, and then he's the villain in Avengers. He was the main antagonist in Thor. Like, he was already the big bad guy, just brought into the next one.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I mean, I love the fact that we don't know anything about him. And I didn't see the footage at Comic-Con, but from what I hear, the way that they just introduced him in that little trailer is amazing, and the things that he's saying and what he's going to do and the power that he's going to have. Let's introduce him and find out and know nothing about him. And I understand what the email, what was said in there was the fact that you're getting all this information through Marvel. And like you said, you're getting all this information, and we have seen Thanos, and we know that this connected universe. We're spoiled in a bit because we get teased in the end credit scenes. We get all those Easter eggs. We get all of that stuff, and in there you're like, well, where's Ultron? We haven't seen anything about him. You don't need to, because yes, we've seen Thanos. I don't want to see Thanos as the villain in the second Avengers at all, because that guy, from that little that he did in Guardians of the Galaxy, he is plotting something. He is the Darth Vader of this entire thing. He's the guy that, or the Emperor, if you will, and there's going to be something big by the time you get to the third one. What you talk about Darth Maul, how you didn't get to build enough with him, they're building with Thanos. By the time we get to Thanos in Avengers 3,
which is 2017,
but you're like, bring it. That's it. Finally, it all comes to a head. You can start having him pop in, and who knows what happens to Ultron.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.